IRS scandal going on for a few weeks now. We've been waiting to hear what the foremost authority on taxation has to say about it. His name is Grover Norquist, a frequent guest on this program, but until now, mute on the issue of the IRS scandal. Open up, Grover. Come on, what do you think?
We've seen this before. I served on the commission, the congressionally sponsored commission back in the 90s, the Commission on Restructuring the IRS, put together in response to IRS agents flipping through the tax returns of people from Hollywood and violating privacy. And in that, we had the guy from the IRS in to talk to our commission, headed up by Senator Bob Kerrey, then of Nebraska, audited. I've talked to my left of center friends. I said, any of your friends being audited? No. It's not what it looks like. Terribly political. He said, I think we've really exhausted this issue. Let's move on. This time around, there's a Republican House that is not going to allow this to let's move on. But we need to get to the bottom of this because it happens too often.
Yeah, but it's going to be on the back burner for much of the summer. Granted, the House has an ongoing investigation, but that gives everybody the excuse to say, I can't talk about this because it's under investigation. And if they appoint a special prosecutor
who've been the targets of these investigations, they can speak, both individuals and institutions. And it's very wise of the administration to have attacked the Tea Party organizations. There's a wonderful PhD thesis that was put out recently by some folks now over at AEI, which point out that where there were Tea Party rallies, compared to where it rained and there wasn't a rally, you saw millions more voters turn out in those areas where you had the Tea Party active, more money raised for conservative causes.
I think that's crucial. That is absolutely crucial, because my point has been for a long time that the machinery of government was used to affect the election.
Yes.
And it wasn't just the IRS. It was the EPA. It was disaster relief funds. It was across the board. There seemed to be machinery of government trying to suppress the vote for conservatives, or targeting Republicans, intimidating conservatives. I think it was a broad-based effort. Whether or not it's related to the campaign or to the White House, that's another story entirely. Fact is, it happened.
I was in Chicago when this was blowing up, meeting with Republican legislators and party officials and so on, raising some money for the Republican Party out there. And state legislators said, I'd never been audited until I got elected to the state legislature, and then I was audited. And everybody in the room goes, yeah, of course, that's what happens here in Chicago, here in Illinois. It's that ethic that the government machinery is to be used for political purposes that the people around Obama, many of them from Chicago, brought to Washington, D.C. This is not the Minnesota good government crowd. This is Chicago.
Grover Norquist, we appreciate you coming on the show and telling us exactly what you think about this. And please don't go away, because I don't want to see this go onto the back burner for the entire summer. Grover, thank you very much indeed, sir.